On a grim, traffic-clogged corporate block in Milan, Moschino marks the entrance to its joyful world as only the Italian brand would, with an 8-foot teddy bear. Here, on the day before the brand's fall/winter 2018 show, a white-walled upstairs studio was brimming with an unruly rainbow of clothing, racks of boucle skirt suits in sky blue and tangerine, satin glamour gowns in jewel-like pinks and purples, prim biker jackets with matching skirts in fuchsia and big bird yellow. And many accessories, baby backpacks, biker jacket-shaped bags, fluffy berets, to match. Dressed in cropped leather motorcycle pants, a cycling cap that reads normal and a t-shirt on which he had safety pinned a hand-markered message to demand gun control now. Jeremy Scott sat perched on a tall director's chair emblazoned with his name. He surveyed models in a succession of candy-colored Jackie O coordinates with matching pillbox hats, pumps, and patent leather gloves. A designer who has built his career around surrealistic jibes exploiting pop iconography, Scott's offering this season is a cockeyed caricature of the styles favored by the former First Lady and Marilyn Monroe. Trump is drowning us with conspiracy theories and fake news, so I'm taking it back to the original conspiracy theory, he said. Thus his inspiration of the moment, the deaths of Marilyn and JFK, and an out there setup which claims that the president shared the government secret of alien existence with the starlet. And maybe Jackie was an alien, Scott laughs, out imagining even the loopiest conspiracy theories. He shrugs. We need crazy fantasies. For the next day's show, Scott will have a handful of models painted in acid bright shades from head to toe, an army of extraterrestrial Jackies. Scott is a Los Angeles man who commutes to Milan for Moschino. I love my home. I love the sun. I love that people have the same political views as I do, and that there's the sugary and saccharine sweet fantasy of Hollywood, he said, as the model Birgit Kos crossed the room in an orchid-toned satin gown, its dense tail of heavy black sequins crunching with each step. LA is the land of dreams and fantasies, and that's so much of what's informed my vision throughout my career. The next day, in a vast former train depot where the show would be held in a few hours' time, the hairstylist Paul Hanlon and the makeup artist Kabuki were already at work with their teams. Models still in their street clothes were being fitted with fishnet caps, their hair slicked down underneath to prepare for the bobbed wigs that would transform them into 60s vixens for the runway. A few sat in the corner, already being brushed with the thick pigment that would turn their skin alien color. Eschewing the preparations to go for a jog, the designer arrived backstage an hour before showtime, as the models walked a final run-through with their makeup and hair mostly finished. Raised on a farm in Kansas, Scott rose to fame in a flash when, 20 years ago in Paris, he launched his own eponymous brand, a send-up of commercial culture incorporating mass symbols from McDonald's and Coca-Cola to SpongeBob and The Simpsons. There was always a marked congruence between Scott's flippant aesthetic and the famous irreverence of Franco Moschino, who founded his namesake brand in Milan in 1983, yet even though during his student years he interned at Eve, which owns Moschino, among other brands, I never thought, one day I'm going to take over, said the designer, who is now approaching his 5th anniversary as creative director. I was just taking out the trash and doing my intern duties for Michelle Stein then. Years later, Michelle called to give me the news, and it dawned on me that I'm the only person who can do this, I'm the only one with the integrity of Franco's voice, because we do have this commonality. I merged into it like putting on a glove. Franco Moschino, who lampooned 80s era materialism and later introduced eco-conscious collections and an awareness-raising show about AIDS, to which he succumbed in 1994, was designated the designer of the times. And Scott. "I'm the people's designer," he said, grinning impishly and spreading his hands to make a sign of the words in the air. "It's a badge of honor. My collection is meant to communicate ideas. I wasn't put on this earth to make the perfect pants to wear to the office. I was hopefully put on this earth to inspire people and put a smile on their face.